I'm Bookkeeper, and I'll be playing the Reverend Dr. Alexander Hutcheson, the Avalon Scholar.
I'm Clara Allison, and I'm playing Lucia di Felici, the Vodace Strega.
Hi, I'm Glamour. I'm playing Viviana Lucani, the Vodace courtesan and daughter of Sophia.
Hi, I'm Overthinker. I'm playing Alonso Hernandez, the Castellan swordsman on a quest.
Hello, my name is Typhoon, and I will be playing Heinrich von Groth, the Isen war veteran.
And I'm Bloodied Porcelain. I'll be your storyteller for the evening.
We begin at the end of a meeting with Master Knight Faith Darent of the Knights of the Rose and Cross. Taking advantage of the Master Knight's generous offer, I composed a letter, as dictated to me by Lucia, to be delivered to the undisclosed location that currently houses her would-be betrothed, Henri. Master Knight Darent received this letter as well as an extended apology on Lucia's behalf from Viviana. We then departed the Rose and Cross chapter house, much to Alonso's dismay, as we never did determine the nature of the inhuman noises coming from the basement. Our next stop was the estate of the Sémø family, where we were looking for Raoul to ask a great many questions, some profound, some prosaic, and some merely pro forma. Raoul was able to enlighten us on a great many topics. We learned that transporting a large number of people via Porte was possible, but likely taxing on the sorcier, and could demand an extended time period. He discussed the finer points, pun slightly intended, of swordplay with Alonso, who was trying to undermine Raoul's capacity to rely on wine to dull his nerves. Just why our noble companion would need his nerves dulled when discussing the sorcery that he has spent his life mastering is not something we have yet discovered. Alonso risked his liver to help us keep Raoul on point, and we were even able to determine that the ring we found in Henri's rooms did in fact belong to one of our inebriated companion's cousins, Hugh Sémø, a member of the Knights of the Rose and Cross, who lives in the former Montaigne capital city of Pei. With the Henri situation largely settled until the post doth run its course, our minds naturally turned to thoughts of high treason. After banding about a few ideas, we settled on a relatively simple, if daring, ruse to bring someone dressed as a sorte strega into a party when the Empress is present, dress the Empress as said strega, and then walk back out again, allowing the traditional veil of the Fate Witches to hide just who precisely was coming and or going. This plan required a few things to be done. First, we had to let the Imperatrice know of the plan. Second, we had to get into a party where the Imperatrice would be. Finally, we needed someone to play at being a strega. We settled on the use of Lucia's messenger spider to deliver the first news to the Empress that help was on the way, and elected to arrange a salon where we hoped she might attend so Viviana could provide further details. Alonso and Lucia headed off for the walls of Chateau de Soleil to see about introducing a new arachnid to the grounds, while Viviana, Heinrich, and I headed back to the Sémø de Soleil estate to convince Diane and possibly her mother to help us host a salon on short notice. That part, Theah be praised, proved remarkably simple, as Diane had been hoping to be more social with her fiancé, and Sémø seemed intrigued by the idea of getting to spend time talking to a fuddy-duddy old author. May he not get a swollen ego from such things. Viviana, for her part, was intrigued by Sémø, and followed her upstairs for a remarkably intense academic discussion, culminating in a kiss that proved slightly incriminating when Viviana returned and fell under the gaze of our ever-watchful Eisen. With that accomplished, we headed away wondering whatever was going on with the two young people near the pallet.
So what's the plan, my guys?
Well, we had done a lot of stuff, and Lucia and
Yes,
Alonso
right. Lucia and Alonso
have been out unsupervised for an extended period of time.
This is true.
And they're casing the palace. Nothing bad could come of this at all.
And Alonso, are you sober still? Or have you sobered up?
What? Yes, mostly. I'm much better, thank you.
We'll see.
I wasn't that drunk to start out with.
Yes, you were.
No, I wasn't.
I have a question for the both of you. First, Which of the Emperor's palaces in Charus are you going to? There are two. There is the Old Palace, which was the Old Palace of the King, which is like dead in the center of the city. What you know is that the Emperor doesn't really use it much. He's almost never there. He moved into Chateau du Soleil, which is on the eastern edge of the city, and is like the Old Palace of the King is big and opulent and impressive, but Chateau du Soleil is like on another fucking planet, not even in a different league.
Is there any chance that he... Let me put it this way to the game master. Has there been any sort of old world values political theme that would encourage him to use the original palace instead of the one he clearly prefers for a big party?
No, actually, kind of the opposite. Big parties basically always happen at the chateau. It is bigger by a magnitude. So if he's gonna, and it's like fancier as far as you're aware.
Sick. Forget the old palace.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Would a gossip roll confirm that?
If confirmed that it's bigger and that he...
Oh, just where the Emperor... Actually, we're not looking for him.
You don't need any sort of roll. This is all like... it may not have been common knowledge to you before you got here, but you've been in the city long enough to know that the Emperor is never at the Palace of the King.
He's going to hold a party. It's going to be the one we're going to hit. He's going to hold it at the chateau. We don't care about the Palace of the King.
We're not looking for that, though. We're looking for the Queen. We're looking for the Empress.
Who he keeps at hand.
I don't think that's true.
No, actually, you guys have found out throughout your investigations that they are very rarely seen together.
Exactly.
What?
She could still be at the Chateau du Soleil. It is a big enough place that they could both be there without ever seeing each other. But you know that they tend to they seem to avoid each other, or at the very least, she only shows up at the most important of parties and events.
So
is it our intention to take her from an event where they are likely to be seen together?
Well, currently our intention is to find where she is so we can send her a message.
No, I thought we were doing that at Heinrich's party.
No, because she will not accept an invitation to a random salon for a Icen lord. Unless she's primed to do so.
All right, which one do you think she is staying at?
The one her husband is not at.
In truth, your logic seems sound.
I should know.
Let it be noted that I consider this exceptional.
I think you've insulted me. Echo. So, I've lost track. Which palace is she?
The Palace of the King, center of the city.
Really?
Yes.
That seems insane.
He is at the one on the eastern edge.
All right, well...
Which is apparently much nicer.
Then we check the Palace of the King first. Which seems dumb.
Also, here is a cloak. It will keep us at least somewhat disguised in the street.
Lucia?
Yes?
Make me a Wits in Politics roll, please. Let's make it target number 20.
I almost want to take a raise, but I'm terrified.
You have drama dice.
Yeah, I'll take the raise.
24?
I need one more.
Yeah, you need one more. Just spend. You could roll it if you want to, or you could just spend it because all you need is a 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend it.
Okay.
I don't know. Somehow I will get a 0.
All right. So at 25 with the raise.
I could have. Never mind.
You know a few things from having been at the jail when you were held by the Musketeers. You and Alexander spent a lot of time arguing with each other. But there was also a lot of like open space where there wasn't a lot of talking going on, and you got to overhear conversations between the Musketeers who were coming and going. A couple of things that you learned. One of the big ones is that you learned that the Palace of the Old King doesn't have a lot of guards because the Emperor is almost never there. One of the Musketeers that you overheard mentioned that he was kind of he was on guard duty there when he was like new, when he had just sort of joined the ranks, and that he found it incredibly boring because the only thing that's really there is the Emperor's art collection. They talked about a lot of things. At no point did the Empress's name ever come up. Now, that could just be that she's a very private person, which would track with everything that you've heard about her. But could also suggest that maybe she isn't there either.
Why would it be so easy? We have to go to the other palace then.
Oh, really?
The new one.
Really? What has prompted this change of heart?
Clarity of forethought.
Clarity?
I will shove you into a river.
I don't see a river. Do you think there's one near the East Palace?
If there's a fountain,
kingdom?
you'll go in. Look.
Oh, there will certainly be a fountain at the East Palace. Probably not in the middle of the city, though.
Please give me strength. The guards at the jail did not speak of the Imperatrice at any point. But more importantly, the Palace of the King is never populated. Not really. At least not by guards, which would mean that there's no one important there. If it was... you would think that there would be an equal amount of guards. How much?
What you heard is that the Palace of the King rarely has more than a couple dozen guards, which for a big palace is not very many.
Yeah. Therefore, it's highly unlikely there's anyone worth kidnapping there. Ergo, Queen, other palace.
This will teach me a valuable lesson about listening to your first instinct.
I slap Alonso.
And Alonso picks up the pace and heads east.
Hold on.
Are you actually going to try and hit him?
Oh, I want to so bad.
I'm gonna run away from her.
We have to stop by the shop. We have to stop by. We need to get the spiders. We have to go home first.
Cool. Then I'm running towards the home.
Anyway.
Lucia swats Alonso in the arm, and she clearly aiming for higher, but Alonso kind of pivots at the last second, gets kind of the glancing blow, and takes off through the city, leaving a young woman in, a heavy dress. And
I'm not getting so far ahead of her. My assumption is that she's going to chase me and be, a little beyond arm's reach the whole time.
No, I watch you run away. I'll walk slowly.
Excellent. So now the person who
all right, I stop.
hired you to protect you is way ahead of you.
Ciao, Bella.
All right, I stop.
Yeah, Lucia would have dead arm fully just laid down. No, I'm not going to. We have to keep going.
All right. You head back to the chateau where Lucia has been staying. Alonso is directed by the servants to stay outside because he does not the lady of the house is not home and it would be inappropriate. Lucia is able to go in, grab, are you taking your, like, the whole box of spiders or just your messenger spider?
Just my, I'm going to
You've
grab...
technically got 2 boxes of spiders.
I'm going to grab my 3 spiders.
Probably a good idea.
Not the ones that aren't trained. Oh, that would be very funny.
Well, no, the others are trained. They're just not trained by you.
Exactly. Would be very funny. But no, I take those. I grab my mandolin in its carrying case, and then I'm gonna peek in Viviana's room. I think I'm 90% sure she doesn't have one, but is there like a guitar or anything in there?
I don't believe Viviana owns any.
She does not own instruments. Her instrument is her voice.
Useless to me.
You open the door and Sposa sings to you.
Oh. I will give Sposa a crumb of whatever food is in my pocket. Probably like a cookie.
She will take it and sing her happy little tune as you close the door and head back outside.
Alonso, there's no way we could get you a guitar in the time that it would take to get to the palace, right?
Considering where we are currently, it would be a good ways that way back to my room. No, is... kind of turns and like tries to orient himself. Yes, I don't think so.
Then I desperately hope you have a good singing voice. Let's head to the palace.
It's all right. Also, it is... perhaps there is a market of some kind between here and there. Even a street vendor would suffice.
I don't know that we're... how is Heinrich's house on the way to the palace? This is an insane question, it feels like.
On the way is a strong word, but it wouldn't take too much time. Like, you wouldn't be going crazy out of your way to go there.
In that case, actually, let's head that way.
Cool.
Okay.
Wait, do you have a guitar?
I was gonna say yes.
Did you pay for a guitar? And put it on your sheet?
That I did not.
Because I got asked a number of times about instruments, and I don't remember you ever asking. Because I don't think you had the money for it.
Yeah, no. I spent 21 gold on a wide-brimmed hat.
Sorry, that was my
a very
outside
appropriate
voice.
laugh. It was extremely appropriate.
Well, if we get lucky and there's an instrument shop on the way to the palace, we will stop.
All right.
Oh my god.
You head for the Chateau du Soleil. It is a long walk because it is on the eastern edge of the city. Do either of you have straight navigation?
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
I'm not going to make you roll. This is just to give you a little tidbit of information. Alonso, as you are making your way there and you kind of like pay attention to the layout of the roads or the streets throughout the city, leading here, you realize that they probably put it over here to cut down on like congestion in the streets and traffic. Had they put it almost anywhere else, it would have created like a gridlocked nightmare. But they placed it on the edge on the eastern side of the city specifically to alleviate some of that problem.
Opposite most of the ports, yes?
Mm-hmm.
About as far from the river as we can get?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
That will be a problem right there.
Perhaps.
Nice. Let me double check the map, but I'm fairly certain.
So from that, I'm getting low foot traffic. Although it's also the birthday, so...
It's not that there's low foot traffic, it's that the foot traffic works better, or traffic here in general just flows better, than it would have been had they tried to, like, you know, put this anywhere near, like, the center of the city, like the old King's Palace.
Okay.
As you arrive nearby, you can't get very close. That's kind of the first thing you realize. It is set back well a ways from the street, and you can see expansive gardens between you and the palace, and there's obviously like a gate around the edge of the grounds. The gardens are immaculately well kept, and there are like fountains, and there's like a really cool reflecting pool, and it's this place is massive. Both of you have been able to see the rest of Charus, and you've been in other major cities. You have never seen anything on this scale. This place is the size of a small city on its own. Everything is in this kind of polished white marble. There's a lot of gold and white marble in like the statuary around. You could see like there are like wooded areas on the grounds, but they almost seem like manicured wooded areas. Like they are meant to look like a forest and to evoke a forest, but are not actually like true forest. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Alonso?
See?
We might be a little fucked.
That is impressive language.
It is the only word I know in Avalon.
So, this does present certain challenges.
Lucia like puts her hand on Alonso's mouth. I'm thinking. Let's continue around. We may be able to find a servant's entrance, where the servants would enter. Even if it is deeply far back. And Lucia's gonna start, like, walking as kind of headed towards the perimeter, looking for the other gates, I guess.
Cool. Alonso follows along.
Which way are you going? Are you going north or south?
South.
Okay. You turn and walk south and kind of circle around the edge of the outer gates and wall. When you come to the corner, you realize that there are rows of like topiary and trees and whatnot on this side of the wall, but they're spaced out enough that you can like see the wall through them, so it's not like it would really stop like cart traffic or anything like that. You would imagine that any like side gates, that they're probably for people who work here to come and go. And you do find that there is a side gate. It is closed, but it is there. And it is set between, you can kind of spy it between rows of trees and topiaries.
Alonso.
Nods.
How seductive do you think you are?
Cocks an eyebrow.
I need you to answer me in words. I'm desperately confused by.
Oh, am I allowed to talk now?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought you were. If you were actually going to put some thought into something, I didn't want to interrupt.
Yes. Alonso, I am going to curse you if you do not just stop this.
You want me to be serious?
See, please.
Okay, I shall be serious. You want me to be seductive?
Yes. I need you. There has to be a maid coming in and out of this place, correct?
No. I mean, there might be, but there does not have to be. It is certainly possible for an entire staff to live on the grounds
Alonso?
unseen. I imagine it would be possible for an individual, a whole family even, to live their entire life within those grounds.
Lucia grabs both of Alonso's shoulders.
I'm being
Alonso,
serious.
We need a uniform.
See, I agree.
And
I am answering the question you gave me. You want to wait for a maid to leave. You want me to get her out of her clothes. You want to take those clothes.
See, you get it.
I do.
You're
we
not
can certainly attempt it. I think we should look for a more active approach while we wait for the staff to change.
The other
because
option
if they're going to change, they're going to do it probably around sundown.
The other option is at the point where you could seduce her, you could just drop the spider on her.
That seems incredibly rude.
See, but she wouldn't know this because you'd be sneaky about it.
The messenger spider, not the other one.
Yes, the messenger spider.
It is worth noting that while getting somebody to carry the spider into the palace would certainly cut down on time, you do not have to get the spider super close. You've seen these things walk across a city.
Yes, I'm just trying to give us the best opportunity.
That's fair. I am just throwing it out there.
Before we do something incredibly insane.
No, more so that you will make a decision one way or the other.
Do we see staff?
All the way out here? I mean, you see guards inside the walls occasionally. You've also seen at a distance people you assume are courtiers of some sort based on like the big poofy skirts on their dresses and the high hair. And one of the big things that you do notice when you see the guards, these are not musketeers.
Gotcha.
One would assume, based on what you have heard, that most of the guards that you are going to see in there are lightning guard. They are the Emperor's personal guard.
Weird question. I do have a point with this. I guess, can I tell by looking if any of them are near the end of their shift?
No, that's not something you'd just be able to know at a glance.
Took an extra rank in cold reading, though.
Okay, but cold reading doesn't give you insight into their mind. It's to pick up things that you could see from like their stance and whatnot.
All right, well, here are two options. We try to get the spider on someone who will get it carried into the palace, or we just release the spider here and hope we have the right side of the palace. How long did it take?
You would know better than I. Here is my first idea. We find somewhere around here that can see the palace, somewhere we can sit and enjoy a drink and remain eating and conversating and observing for some hours.
Hours?
If there is a maid that comes and goes, we can see them come and go. If the guards rotate, we can find out when. If we can get a guard to come to the fence by being perhaps pesky foreigners and place the spider upon him right before he is to return to his bunk, then we are done. But we do not know how their world works in there. We operate with no information now. Step 1. Observe your opponent. Learn his habits. I know it shall require the thing you lack the most. Patience.
Alonso?
You're asking me to be serious, and I am giving you my serious opinion. We should sit here and wait for no less than 4 hours.
4 hours.
Yes.
The
Passive
spider would be at least
observation.
in by then.
Minimum danger to us increases our chance of success. No danger to us. Danger of having a coffee.
If
Which
we're
frankly,
going to
I'm
wait 4
confused.
hours, we might as well just leave the spider now.
As you wish. It is your spider. You know its capacity better than I do.
Realistically, how much time am I looking at to get, for just theoretically, to get the spider into the palace if it just is walking on its own?
A few hours.
So it's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just dropping
To get into the palace, getting closer to the Imperatrix is anyone's guess, because you don't know the full breadth and scope of the building. How many rooms it's going to have to search through, that sort of thing. But to get to the palace is at least going to take a couple, 2 to 3 hours.
If we wait 4 hours, it could be the same amount of time if we just left the spider in. We increase our chances if we can find out what side, where the queen would be. Empress.
Imperatrix, but yes. Do I spy like a coffee shop or some like touristy place to hang out and snack?
Touristy is a strong word.
Just a coffee shop. Or like a cafe nearby.
Somewhere it would be inconspicuous for us to sit for a while. Because even if we release the spider now, we are going to need to stay here for it to return to us. Yes?
Or it can make its way across the entire city.
That seems like a good way to lose a spider.
Yeah, there isn't anything overly overly fancy or anything like that, but there's stuff around. Small places. You're kind of surrounded by like the noble quarter is at your back. Like you are on the very edge of the noble's quarter. With them kind of south of you, and you know that there's more noble stuff to the north. And then you've got like office districts and stuff to like the southwest. So yeah, there's stuff around.
Yeah, that's my suggestion, that we find a place to sit, we observe, we take note, and we wait for the spider to return.
Fine.
Best case scenario, we complete our mission, and no one knows we were here.
You're right.
Yeah. It is worth noting that you're going to have a hard time finding a place that looks directly on to the palace in any meaningful way. Like you're not going to be able to look directly in one of the gates from wherever it is that you're eating, just because of like distance and weird stuff. But you could be pretty fucking close by.
Yeah, I think that's the plan then.
Okay. I am going to need you, Lucia, to work out what your message is going to be.
Oh no.
Because there are like restrictions on how these messages work.
15 words is what I think it is.
Alonso has ordered coffee and is looking at you quizzically.
Lucia's counting on her fingers words. Your plea has been answered. We will come for you. Wait for our invitation. 14 words.
That is the message you are sending to the Imperatrix?
See, does that seem...
Is not the intention to get her to go to Heinrich's party?
Our invitation would be the invitation to the party.
So we're going to send her an actual invitation.
See.
That she is meant to receive.
See.
Despite her imprisonment.
She's not imprisoned.
I think
she just does not like traveling to be with the Emperor.
May I make a suggestion?
What?
Imperatrix, Lord Heinrich von Graf is with your rescuer. Attend his party.
I do not know that we want to name Lord Heinrich by name. It is a spider.
This is just my thought.
No, I don't think you're wrong. I think I am worried about she would go to be there anyway. Echo.
But if she cannot, she would know to send someone to talk. Surely a queen has agents.
I need a common sense roll. Imperatrix. This is truly the hardest part of any game for me.
Or
doing message spells.
Or do we tip her off to the importance of the makes a veil motion with his hand?
No, well, the point is that she will come to the party and then we will give her the full plan there.
I think this is unlikely that she will be there herself.
Well,
but I do not know
this.
And you should probably mention that party in the message.
True. How many people are inviting the Imperatrix to parties?
She's the Imperatrix. All of them.
Echo, you're right. All right. Your plea has been answered. Attend the von Graf party. We will explain there.
I like this.
That's the one that I'm not changing it.
Okay. Can you please say the whole thing without, like, the interruptions and stuff, just so that we have it and I know what it's going to say?
Imperatrix, your plea has been answered. Attend the von Graf party. We will explain there.
Okay. And how close are you getting to the palace to set loose the spider?
It's a roughly wooded area. It's kind of wooded.
They are very spaced out. You're not going to get a whole lot of cover. You could get maybe a little if you're quick.
I'm going to take the spider and leave the box with Alonso and stroll as close as I can to it before getting shooed off, I'm assuming.
Okay. Make me a... You have the servant thing, so make me a finesse and unobtrusive roll.
Wild combo.
Oh, finesse is as close to dexterity as we get in this game, so... this is going to be like a target number 15. The basic. Huh.
25.
Yeah, you are able to make it relatively close. You set the spider down at the roots of one of the trees, about 5 feet away from the gate before one of the lightning guards spots you and shoos you off.
I scamper back to Alonso at the cafe.
Okay.
I didn't know if you wanted a sweet or a savory, so I got you both.
Oh, grazie.
You're welcome.
What are you two going to do to pass the time?
Well, we'll figure out how long we can wait here. I think. Oh man.
As long as we keep spending Lucia's money on sweets, I think we can probably stay.
I'm so sorry. What?
Well, I'm spending the money that you pay me for bodyguarding.
Lucia gives you a hard look as she realizes what your plan is.
That was out of character.
We should see how long we can stay here reasonably before maybe finding another place to post up.
Indeed.
All right. Then I have a question for Lucia, because you're the one with the money. Are you willing to keep paying for more drinks and snacks? For as long as it takes, or are you gonna get annoyed if they, keep prompting you?
I'm gonna get annoyed if they keep prompting me, and we're going to have to make money at some. I think. Fine. I think at one point, so they're sitting at the cafe after maybe a round of this. Lucia gets fed up, and will start looking from where she's sitting at street corners to see if there are buskers.
You're in basically the business district, so no, not really.
Is it a terrible idea to do that now? I don't really care.
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Most of the proper businesses around you are closed because of the Emperor's birthday. This is one of the only places on the block that's open, and it's really only because it provides food and drink to the nobility that live near.
We're going to have to move at some point then.
You could probably make it about an hour or two, based on what you have seen. Other businesses here, they're pretty lackadaisical about how long you get to take to finish a meal and whatever. So you could probably draw things out about an hour and a half to 2 hours before they're going to start coming and finding out if you want anything else, offering more wine or more coffee or whatever it is that you're drinking. And it kind of becomes clear after about the second or third visit that, they're please spend money or leave. Because you guys are not exactly dressed for the area, but you had good coins, so they weren't going to complain.
I will buy a second round, and we'll keep waiting, I think.
Okay.
I'm not doing 3.
Well, then that'll get you to about 3.5 hours.
I have a we're out in Montaigne public. I can't really.
Don't. If you start having that conversation while we're outside the palace, we're gonna get arrested again.
Well, I haven't been arrested yet. Might be fun.
I can't get arrested twice.
Sure you can.
I think after. Truly, probably.
Hey, Overthinker.
Yes.
Take a drama die.
No.
I want to hear the conversation.
No.
Okay. Love a drama die. Been really behind on those. Nope, that's the wrong one. So, I hope you don't mind if I change the subject a little bit. We share a certain set of ideas, yes?
See?
And you asked me to... At some point we should... Glances around. Talk about our shared beliefs.
How so?
I I'm concerned. You say you hold true, and you are what you are. And I think, hanging out with the Reverend Doctor, and I don't know about Heinrich. Viviana doesn't seem particularly devout. I don't know. Or how are you doing spiritually?
Lucia puts her cup down and just gives Alonso the hardest look. I don't know what I expected to come out of your mouth, frankly. I had a long conversation with Il Dottore when we were in jail.
I'm sorry.
See, it was taxing. He seems idealistic in a way that I do not think... I don't know how to explain it. He genuinely seems to believe what he says.
I have no doubt.
But what he says sounds almost too good to be true.
Please, continue.
The point of Il Dottore's philosophy, and all of their philosophy, is that it's, at least from Il Dottore's perspective, it is just Theus made all things, and therefore nothing could be. There's no... He's very bent on the first prophet.
Indeed. He denies being a sort of orthodox, and yet pretty close.
And what is the hierarchy of prophecy, then? Is it the first is therefore the most important, or is it that the third, as the most recent, is the most correct?
What do they teach you in Vitoce?
It's a little less defined, in that no one would let you ask that question.
See, questions are not always encouraged on these matters. Though that no one would let you ask seems odd.
How do you mean?
Well, there is a level of philosophical engagement that is encouraged in Castile. Not, I think, to the extent that the Reverend Doctor has engaged with the philosophies. I imagine he has taken them apart like a surgeon. What I find troubling about this is that a surgeon frequently takes apart the dead to this extent. That he should first kill his faith before he examine it. I find this troubling.
If I may play Dottore's advocate for a moment.
I thought you might.
It feels as if he hinges on Theus wanting to have us understand him better. And that informing a philosophy of examination of a text that we are not encouraged to do as Vaticine.
And seemingly you less than I. Yes?
That is a different problem.
Is it? Or are the two connected?
I think one does stem from the other. But it does, everything has made me think a little harder about perhaps taking the time to learn written word.
Indeed. Truly the Reverend Doctor has had an effect on you. I do not mean to discourage it per se. I think the Vidocian custom is archaic. I don't know if it's effective. I don't know if it is correct. Perhaps there is something to the idea. I am not so well versed. Perhaps I could have been, but I am here instead.
From where I am, from where I sit, we are not permitted to learn to read, but that does not keep us from learning. And there is a bit of a paradox, if you will, of the fact that we will learn no matter what, so what could the written word do to us?
What, indeed? Do you... Oh, proceed.
But it also encourages one to deeply question writings one has access to.
Did this desire to expand your abilities, did it come from you, or did it come from the Doctor?
Alonso, I have conducted perhaps 6 years of romance via letter. Perhaps it's time I learn how to read them.
So is that a yes or a no?
It is a maybe.
So maybe you have been spending a great deal of time in the presence of an outspoken and eloquent and charming heretic, and he has convinced you to do the one thing that your branch of the faith discourages.
But you don't discourage.
Suppose I am editore in this very moment, as I encourage you to examine. Is he affecting you in ways that you do not like?
I do not know if I do not like it. I will say that I do think that Editore has had a weight in many of the decisions I have made. Well, no. He has given me things to think about. Whether or not they are good or bad, I do not know.
And that I empathize with entirely.
What would you do then, if you were me?
Oh, certainly I would learn to read.
Lucia spits coffee.
Looks around, cleans it up a little bit. If for no other reason than because I value understanding one's opponent. The acquisition of strength is sometimes dangerous, but it gives one the ability to choose. Examine what influences your choices, but have the power to make them. Do you follow?
I do, and I don't like how much sense you're making.
He leans back in his chair and sort of shrugs. Well, perhaps the Reverend Doctor is not the only clever one here.
Alonso.
See.
You think you're charming, yes?
Not particularly, but it has happened, yes, once or twice.
I realize that as long as we are seeking each other's counsel, you are how old?
I shall be 20 soon.
I find myself realizing that perhaps I do not know Henri as well as I could.
Narrows his eyes.
What? When you are looking at a woman, what do you look for?
Well, when I am looking at a woman, what do I look for? It's a lot of things. It's, does she carry herself well? Depending on where we are, is she particularly skilled? Does she fit in? Does she also, of course, is she very pretty?
Do you think Sylvie is particularly skilled?
In her environment of the court, I have no doubt.
How do you know?
The court benefit is charm. Charm is the weapon of politics. Her field is politics. If she is to be skilled there, she must be charming, and I found her very much so. Indeed. Are you concerned about Henri?
A little.
I tell you this for certain. If we should find him, and if we should go through all that we have gone through, and certainly more, come upon him in person, and find him to be less than a gentleman, I shall strike him down.
Raoul implied that there is a wild phase that boys go through.
Really? At what time did he imply this? Or at what time did he imply that boys go through this?
During brunch?
What?
You were there!
You were drinking a lot.
I was a little bit intoxicated.
A little.
It was a strategic attempt to put pressure on him.
Echo. It just has made me think perhaps about how worldly one might be and how worldly I am not.
I see. I mean, I don't consider myself particularly wild, as it were. Do not think that. There were certainly times at the academy, training, learning. We would ride fast or fight simply because, or yes, engage in other activities.
Such as
those not discussed in polite company.
When have we ever been polite to each other?
Well, such as those I will not get into here. In public. The long and short of it is maybe.
Maybe what?
Maybe he has been adventurous. He has a friend in the Rose and Cross. Maybe he has been very adventurous. And he has, traveled the world and slain many men and had great love. Though this I doubt. You would no doubt be able to tell from his letters.
I worry because I have not been adventurous.
See, are you looking to be more adventurous?
I don't know.
I see.
Viviana has already said that Henri will love me no matter what he already does. I don't need to learn more. And I understand that. But also Viviana doesn't understand because I do not think Viviana's ever been in love. That's not what she does.
That is not a kind thing to say, but I know her less than you. And I know that her confidence in certain matters exceeds most people I have known, so...
So I think she takes that for granted.
Perhaps. I will say on some fronts of adventure, in terms of the slaying of many men and the running about, doing strange things, you have certainly caught up to your lack of experience just in the last week. The other matter may require a little more.
So do you think it is necessary then?
I don't know. Perhaps. I don't know what your life has been like before this very much.
Alonso, I explained how one would bless someone, correct?
With a kiss, I believe, yes.
I have never done so otherwise.
Oh. then
for practice.
then the rest is the rest does not really follow. Truly. How old are you?
I will be 20 this year.
I see.
Are you not? Why are you surprised? Do nobles just lie with whoever they feel like?
Not especially, no, but things are more passionate and fluid in Castile.
Fluid.
Indeed. It is not uncommon to kiss another person and have it simply pass by.
Even noble ladies.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Does Alonso actually believe that? Or all nobles, it's just totally common to, kiss someone and have it not be a big deal?
I think, if I'm remembering the Castile book correctly, it's pretty common to be like, hey, there's a pretty person and they're part of this family and that's cool. Go to a dance, meet up. They have a relationship. It's it's very informal.
So there is a difference between what relationships are in this sort of era and what relationships are in the modern world. If a noble woman, Castile or not, got caught kissing someone that she wasn't married to, it would be a problem.
Okay, that I didn't understand.
Now, he's also a stupid young man.
Yeah.
So it may just not occur to him that there are different rules for women. Which is why I had to ask, does he genuinely believe that, or is he, lying, or what?
No, I think he thinks that people are kind of just cool with it. That you can have a sex life.
Okay. In that case, I would like Lucia to make a wits and politics roll, please. Yeah, we're gonna make this target number 10. This is not hard.
Watch me fail this. Yeah, 22.
It occurs to you as he is talking, he seems very genuine, he really believes this. And you realize as he's talking and he talks about it is, not uncommon to kiss someone and have it pass by, that, Alonso is not unintelligent, but may lack he may be kind of fucking naive, about the realities of what it is to be a woman in this world.
As a 19-year-old boy, shocking.
That he may be naive to the point that he has completely overlooked one of the most basic and most fundamental rules of what women, especially women of status, can and cannot get away with.
Alonso.
See?
Did it? Alonso.
What? It's kind of it's a lot of partying, it's a lot of dancing, it's, music and drinking and...
Alonso,
Honestly, I think you would like it.
No.
Your antics would not be nearly so out of place.
Alonso, how many noble women have you spoken to before you met Viviana and I? Well, I don't... Me.
Don't know. A couple of dozen, but they were all older or in positions of power. None like this, none on these matters.
That is because for women of status, there is no other. There's no these matters.
You're going to have to run that by me again.
Do you know how babies are made?
Yes.
Echo, so if you wanted to guarantee that you were not having, that your wife was not having someone else's child because you need a male heir.
Why are we talking about this right now?
Because you do not seem to understand how important it is for women like me to remain virtuous.
Then why are you concerned about inexperience? Seems you have answered your own question.
Because Henri is not from Vodace.
And
I'm worried.
If virtue is a priority, then what possible complaint could he have? Seems to me you are exactly where you ought to be. And it is on him to know that. He leans back as if he's won the argument.
Answer me this last question then.
Sure.
Sylvie is a noble woman.
Mm-hmm.
And I would assume has similar priorities, has been given similar reins as I have regarding this.
It's possible.
What do you intend on doing with her then? If she must be available for you but is also a noble woman.
I don't know. I kind of plan to figure it out on the fly. I'm certainly hoping to meet some of our other suitors that I might embarrass them with the blade. But I enjoy her company. And there is a certain heady benefit to being at the arm of the prettiest woman in the room.
So you would not kiss her if you wanted, if...
That is the part I intend to play by ear.
Would you do more?
I think I am done talking to you about this.
And I think that's where we're going to take our break.
Thank you for watching Opus Requiem. If you enjoyed this story, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to follow more of our content. You can find all of our actual plays on our website at www.hallowedhavenstudios.com. Please consider supporting us on Patreon at patreon.com/hallowedhavenstudios. Your support helps make more stories like this possible.
And we're back. We are going to jump over into the edge of the northern nobles district, where Heinrich's family has rented their little townhouse. And Heinrich, Alexander, and Viviana have returned, discussing amongst themselves plans for this party. You know that Sémø is willing to send out invitations to everyone. She has all of the connections, so that's the primary thing. But I believe you had all you had requested to do the rest of the planning yourselves. Yes.
I believe so.
I think Diane wanted to be involved in some of this also.
Yeah, but she's got a party to go to.
Yeah,
that she had already
like
committed
right now,
to.
but,
So,
but yes, Heinrich does intend to let her do a lot of it.
well, it's at your house,
Yeah,
I believe.
yeah.
So a good chunk of the planning you're going to have to do on your own.
Yes, he is aware of that and is dreading it.
So that's where we'll pick up, is with the three of you returning to Heinrich's home, knowing that you have a party that has to get planned.
Okay, so you will walk into the townhouse with the rest of the group who's present, and you'll call up all of the servants.
You don't have a lot of them.
No.
So the 5 or 6 that are currently here all show up.
Yep.
You do notice that your daughter's maid is not here, and neither are your daughters.
And he'll look to Gunther and say, "Where are my daughters at currently?"
I believe the plan was for them to take a walk and then do some shopping, my lord.
Very well. Well, I have an announcement. In 4 nights' time, we will be hosting a number of noblemen here at the house for a small get-together. So for the next 4 days, I will need everyone working their best to prepare everything.
What, I'm sorry, did you say, out of character, did you say how big the party is going to be?
He did not.
Okay.
Because he actually doesn't know.
What scale of a party are we planning for, my lord?
I'm expecting that the house will be quite full. The Ciseys are going to be handling most of the guest list, but I intend to add a few additional names. At a rough guess, perhaps 40 people.
All right. We will prepare accordingly.
Thank you. We'll have to find caterers and the like, because I don't believe we can prepare enough food for that many people on our own. Need decorators, florists, and all of that other stuff.
Von Groth, are you sweating?
No.
Are you certain?
Reasonably.
I do believe the ladies use the term salon.
Viviana sighs dramatically. If only a stoic Eisenman would ask me for help to plan a party, that would certainly make my day. Unfortunately, it seems there is no such chance of that happening.
And he turns and faces Viviana and bows and says, "Milady, would you do me the honor of lending me your assistance?"
Well, you see, now that you bring it up, I did have something scheduled, but I can clear it for you.
I greatly appreciate your sacrifice.
Of course. No, I wonder if there's anyone in Montaigne familiar with Eisen cooking.
Well, my cook is quite well versed in Eisen cooking. However, I do not know that is a style of cuisine that would be appreciated by the Montaigne nobility.
Yes, I was interested in, well, since this party is in part to help you integrate into Montaigne society, I was interested in the idea of there being a combination of cuisine, but we could stick to Montaigne cuisine to be safer.
Certainly some food from Eisen would be appropriate. After all, it is my homeland. But I don't want to make the guests uncomfortable.
Understood.
But I will admit that I have no earthly idea how to plan an event like this.
No, the first thing you have to think. Well, usually when it comes to planning parties, I would advise plan the party that you yourself would want to go to. But have you ever wanted to go to a party?
Not in a good 30 years.
I see. Well, Viviana looks around the house, sort of squints her eyes as she takes more steps further into it, looks around. What does Heinrich's home look like?
To quote a popular movie, he uses antlers in all of his decorating.
Oh, God.
It is worth noting, you haven't been here this long and you're renting a place.
Yeah.
So it actually doesn't look much like what you would typically prefer, which is probably part of why you don't spend a whole lot of time here.
He only has the stuff that they brought with him on the ship. Most of the furniture was rented furnished.
There are a handful of things that you can tell Viviana are like personal touches. They are almost all in kind of drab colors, which is wild compared to the Montaigne style of decorating, where everything is like, it's all pretty bold in color, and very like high society fancy. Lots of whites and golds, lots of, rich reds, things like, and blues, things like that. And so having him, like looking around and seeing that at some point, like somebody took like a blanket that was clearly brought from Ison and has like draped it over the back of a chair. And it's this like kind of drab, like beige and black. It might have at one point been white, but over the years, the fabric has kind of become kind of permanently a few shades darker. Overall, if you strip away all of the personal touches, it would be a great place to host a small soiree. But leaving any of the personal touches is going to make this very difficult.
However, you do see one largely displayed personal item, which is on the wall. There's a very large portrait of a much younger looking Heinrich standing next to a very beautiful young Ison woman.
Viviana, I think, walks over to the painting and says, "Oh, well, this is actually rather lovely."
Yes, it is one of my favorite things in this world. However, I think for this, it would be better to remove it. I don't imagine my fiancé would enjoy it.
Yes. How do I put this? I will be blunt. I think you prefer bluntness. All of the personal effects that you have put up, we will need to take down.
And he just lets out a big sigh. Very well.
Yes, it clashes too much with the natural style of the room, the Montaigne boldness. It looks like it's actively dampening it. It is not good.
Well, we all must do what we must do. But yes, I agree. We'll probably have to do a bit of a few changes.
The door opens around this time, and a loud yipping sound hits all of you first. Before a small ball of fur comes barreling into the room, nearly takes out Alexander at the ankles.
And this little joyful bundle.
and then immediately darts for Viviana because Viviana shows it positive attention.
Oh, hello there.
Viviana, you are looking down at a small, like, fluff of, like, this kind of reddish blonde fur with big black eyes set into its face. It is one of those dogs that looks like it's probably, like, 2 to 3 sizes. The 2 to 3 sizes what it actually is until you pick it up and you realize that it's just all fur.
Aw, Viviana definitely stoops down, lets the dog sniff her, and then picks it up.
It immediately goes to lick your face, if you will allow it.
She will allow it.
It is very excited. It's got that excited shake that little dogs get. And the kids follow it shortly after. Heinrich, your youngest, is breathless. Her cheeks are a little bit red from what looks like running after her dog. Your eldest is doing her best to seem... your eldest, when she sees you as she's coming into the room, kind of immediately straightens her back and kind of like puts her shoulders back a little bit and does her best to school her face into something kind of calm and regal and beautiful. And then immediately she steps into the room, kind of makes a sweep of everybody there, doesn't see somebody that she's apparently looking for, and sort of deflates a little bit.
Nicola, how was the shopping trip?
It was all right. We mostly looked around. You do notice, however, that her hair has been piled up in a distinctly Montaigne fashion for once. And that there are little white flowers decorating her hair. Flowers that you never expected to see away from your homeland.
Your hair looks lovely.
Thank you.
I also have important news. In 4 nights, we are going to be hosting a party here at home. Have you had in your shopping trips? Have you already purchased something appropriate for a formal event?
I have a seamstress working on something.
Excellent. I see you're prepared. Yes, we will be inviting a number of nobles to the home. I think it's time that we start integrating into Montaigne society, as this is now our home.
She smiles quite widely and looks for just a moment like the excited little girl that you used to know, and less like the adult who looks very much like her mother that she is becoming.
Oh, also, I would like to introduce you to 2 of my friends. This is the Reverend Dr. Alexander Hutcheson and Francesca Di Lombardi.
She will bob a curtsy to you both. Hello.
All hands, wie geht's?
She puts her hand out to Dr. Hutcheson, knuckles up.
He will take it and give it a chaste smooch. Fräulein von Groth, is that Edelweiss in your hair?
Oh, and she kind of like lifts a hand and touches one of them. They're not real, but I found a silk merchant who makes little baubles out of odds and ends, and asked them to make me some.
Alexander will give a meaningful look to Viviana. There may be certain eyes and touches that may work out after all.
Certainly. Viviana will give the small dog a few more pets and then set it down. It is wonderful to meet Heinrich's children. I must say, it did seem like he lit up the moment you took him in.
She kind of smiles a little bit at that. Papa is, shy.
Oh, yes, I have noticed.
You
How
are
did you
aware
meet?
that I am here in the room?
Viviana, pats Heinrich's arm distractedly. Yes, we know you're here.
She immediately kind of smiles a little bit wider. Like she at first was sort of eyeing Viviana with like an almost suspicious look, like who the hell is this? Hanging out with my dad, because I'm pretty sure you're not who he's supposed to marry. But when you get like that, she just sort of smiles a little bit wider. How did you meet?
Oh, we actually encountered each other at the marketplace. That our group sort of just came together. And we have been looking out for each other since Montaigne is a big city. It is nice to have somebody to watch your back. Charus is a big city.
It is. I'm sorry. And she looks back at Alexander. Your name is familiar somehow.
Oh no.
I can't remember. I can't remember where I know it from. Have you been to Eisen?
I have, briefly. But also, I imagine a few of my books have been translated into Eisen, especially books about objectionism, and perhaps my new book as well.
Her eyes go a little bit wide for a moment. And then she sort of glances at her father, and it's clear for at least for Alexander and Viviana, who are much better at reading people, that she immediately knows where she knows you from, but then also realizes in the same moment that she doesn't know how her father feels about certain religious topics, or books for that matter, because he hasn't been a part of her life for much of it.
There is a copy of his one of his books in the house.
Oh, there is. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. The Eisen version, obviously translation, but yes, there is a copy in the library.
Okay, I have a question. Which topic is the book on? Is it the making fun of the Inquisition book?
Yes, it is.
Okay, excellent, cool. Yeah, her eyes go a little bit wide, and she goes, "Oh yes, we own one of your books. Would you mind signing it for us?"
It would be my honor, Fräulein.
Excellent. And she sort of gives an excited little clap, and without really thinking about it, hurries off to go get the copy of the book. Your youngest has walked over, Heinrich, and has reached up and grabbed your sleeve and is tugging on it.
He'll bend over and pick her up.
And she immediately wraps her arms around your neck and puts her head on your shoulder. I'm tired.
Well, then we should put you to bed then. And probably for
No!
And probably for the first time, the rest of the group sees Heinrich genuinely smile.
No, there's all these people here. I'm fine.
Okay, for a little while longer then.
Okay.
Hello there. Viviana goes over to Heinrich and his daughter, smiles at the little girl. Have you ever heard of a Dachshund lullaby?
No.
Would you like to?
She looks at you like she's trying to figure out if this is a trick.
Viviana just gives her a very pretty smile.
Yes.
All right. Well, I shall sing for you.
Okay, but later.
All right.
She reaches over and scritches behind her dog's ears. Her dog, who is still in your arms, still occasionally leans up to lick your face until you scratch or pet at it.
You have excellent taste in dogs.
Papa got him for me.
He is
because
wonderful.
I was good the whole way here.
Ah, What is his name?
Muffin.
Oh, how precious. Have you taught Muffin any tricks?
A little. And she glances over, and you can see she is glancing towards Gunther, whose back is to her as he is working on something. I don't know. He's picking up something from a sideboard to take into the kitchens or something to help out the other servants, who have all sort of dispersed in like a flurry of activity. They realize that they have a lot of cleaning and preparation to do to prep for a big fancy Montaigne party. A little.
Would you like to show me?
She nods.
And Heinrich will set her down.
Viviana will set the dog down.
So she shows you like the basics. She has kind of gotten Muffin to sit. Muffin is at the I'll sit for like 3 seconds phase.
Yeah, and like vibrates the whole time it's sitting.
But it's trying very hard. It's still a puppy. And it'll do a thing where, you know, she'll get like a little like treat, and she can kind of get it to like run around the room in specific, like, you know, around specific pieces of furniture, and she gets it to go between Heinrich's legs at one point or something like that. That sort of thing. And then she gets this mischievous little smile on her face as Gunther is walking through the room again. And as Gunther is like walking through the room and headed out one of the side doors and into a different part of the house, she gives a little gesture to the dog and then to Gunther, and the dog kind of looks from her, looks to Gunther, looks to her, back to Gunther, and then darts after Gunther and jumps up, and tries to catch like a cloth that he's got hanging out of one of his back pockets, to like steal it, and miscalculates a little bit and like full on nips him in the butt, which gets a string of barely restrained Ison. None of it is curse words, but none of it is polite either.
Mila, don't do that.
He wasn't supposed to bite him. This morning he just took his glasses. I gave them back.
I think you have a very clever dog and an even more clever daughter on your hands.
Yes, she's I'm quite proud of her.
It should be.
She gives a not at all glamorous or graceful like curtsy, bobs it, and it is about this time when Nicola reappears with a copy of Alexander's book in Ison, and hurries over to Alexander with the book and a quill and inkwell.
Reading Doc.
And waits, clearly excited and trying not to look excited, for you to sign it. Thank you. I've read it 3 times.
3 times. Oh my.
We didn't have a lot to read on the way here.
Well, we shall have to fix that, won't we? Shall I inscribe this to Nicola then?
She looks over at Heinrich for permission because it's not technically her book.
He nods.
Yes, please.
And he will. Für Nicola, Theos ist Liebe nicht Hass. Theos is love, not hate. And then sign his name.
She looks thrilled. Thanks you profusely. And then sort of like looking like she is cradling it, like she's afraid to ruin it before the ink dries. Takes the book and everything back. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, and Nicola, I also will require your help planning this party as well.
Of course, Papa. What do you need my help with?
We will discuss it tomorrow. I need a little more time to determine what exactly we need to do.
She'll kind of glance over at Viviana. And give her like that kind of questioning, like, is it that he has to wait for you to tell him, look?
Viviana gives her like a knowing smile.
And then she gives a little smile of her own and bobs a curtsy to Heinrich. Yes, Papa, is there anything you need from me now?
No, why don't you take your sister upstairs?
But I'm not tired!
Yes, but you can take Muffin upstairs and you can play there. We have some other matters to discuss. Down here.
Okay. And Nicola begins to try to herd her sister and the dog up the stairs, which is a less graceful affair than her entrance had been. As the dog seems determined to trip her going up the stairs.
Before anyone returns to ask about the Apfelkuchen, perhaps one thing we do need to set aside that is less obvious part of the party plan. We need a dress, a black dress, a heavy veil, and a place to change. And we need all of these things set aside in such a way so that it may happen without the guests noticing overmuch.
Well, for a place to change, we could use the servants' quarters, which are downstairs. They will be otherwise occupied during the event. However, my understanding is that we were just establishing the identity of this mystery Striga, and that we were not actually going to try to make the switch in 4 days.
No, we're not planning to make the switch, but we want the Striga to appear and then disappear, so that she may not be interrogated by the Montaigne birds.
Yes, well, the servants' quarter should suffice, or there are 6 bedrooms upstairs. Someone could slip away to the residential area.
Yes.
Once we have established which of our 2 lovely ladies is closer to L'Imperatrice's body type, we may proceed from there.
Very well, that seems appropriate. But as I said, I have absolutely no idea how to throw a Montaigne party.
It needs to be bold, but it needs to be fun. I think we have, considering that our dear Reverend Doctor shall be reading, I think we have some of the entertainment covered for tonight. Now, in terms of boldness, we need the proper floral arrangements. We shall have to get your daughter to tell us which merchant made those silken flowers for her. I think the flowers could add the perfect bold Eisen touch. Something that's not so drab, something that speaks to the character of your homeland.
Well, I think my furnishings do speak to the character of my homeland.
Something that speaks well to the character of your homeland.
Yes, something that says that there is a character.
I have a feeling that my culture is being insulted, but I understand your point.
No, Ison culture is wonderful, I'm sure. You are lovely, your daughters are lovely. It's just... It seems a bit dull from an outside perspective, and dull does not exactly fly when it comes to a Montaigne party.
In defense of my homeland, I do have to add that Ison opera is an order of magnitude better than anything in Ison.
Well, then you shall have to take us all one day.
If the opportunity is there, I would gladly do so.
Good.
In my experience, ice and boldness is most frequently found on the battlefield. Tragically, this is not the sort of place for that thing.
But I will endeavor to do my best.
Oh, speaking of things that need to be brought up, Alexander.
Yes?
While I was talking with Sémø, I learned something quite wonderful about her.
Mm-hmm.
She is not... Well, not all of her is the Emperor's wit. She is certainly witty, but while we were having a more intellectual discussion, she seemed to be less focused on throwing veiled insults and coming out on top than she was in actually engaging. So if you were to engage her intellect during the party, I think she would quite enjoy that.
I shall see what I can do. Does she have a particular topic of interest?
Well, she seemed particularly fond of history.
Indeed.
And, Francesca, when the opportunity presents itself, I would still like to follow through on my request for language lessons as well.
Yes, I know. I intend to teach you.
Have an idea. It will require us to employ musicians.
I already find myself fond of this idea. What is it?
Well, try and figure out how to present the Strega, have everyone see the Strega, and have the Strega leave. I should dance with the Strega.
Strega dance?
Montaigne love a scandal. And if we can leave our partygoers walking away with the scandal of the day that Dr. Hutcheson seems to be smitten with some foreign sorceress, then no one will walk away thinking, well, we must be up to something.
And our story, when someone asks me who this veiled woman is, what should I tell them?
That you are sworn to secrecy as my friend.
That will certainly create an aura of mystery. I like
Indeed.
it. So I suppose tomorrow we will start looking for florists and caterers and decorators and seamstresses.
Yes, do not worry. I will be here to guide you should you need it.
Thank you.
Was it a good idea to allow Lucia and Alonso to go off alone?
Absolutely not, but I don't know that we had any other option.
I have not heard any explosions or gunfire, so it's either far enough away that we can't hear it, or they're on their best behavior.
They shall return in success, or... Well, you two already know where the prison is, so it should be fine.
Yes. I find myself having to remind myself constantly that they are adults and that they can surely take care of themselves.
Well, one of those things is probably true.
Yes, one of them.
And Heinrich thinks to himself that, yeah, I really do need to find that lawyer.
All right. Is there anything else the three of you would like to do while you are here? Or are we going to sit and start talking about the details of the party?
I need to step out to a bookseller's, but I shall return.
Okay. Alexander is going to step out to a bookseller's. What book are you looking for?
Let me get back to you on that.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I need to think for a second.
All right. I assumed you had a plan. All right, cool. I guess if the other two don't have anything that you want to do, we will pop back over to Lucia and Alonso.
It's one thing Viviana wants to do.
Yes.
She promised Mila that she would sing to her.
Ah, yes. Later on, as it is starting to get later, the girls have, or at least Mila is given an early supper, because she is clearly tuckered out from spending her day out all day, chasing her dog and going shopping and walking around this massive city. The maid comes in to inform Lord Heinrich that if he wishes to say goodnight to his youngest, now would be the time because she is getting ready for bed.
And yeah, he will go upstairs to wish her a good night.
Heinrich, I did promise your daughter a song.
Of course. You may come also.
Thank you.
You two make your way upstairs. The maid has already gotten her changed and braided her hair for the night and things like that, and she is shouting at her sister, who is insisting that it is time for bed. It is later than she thinks it is, blah, 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 blah. And when she sees Heinrich, she hurries over and does the same thing where she tugs on his sleeve until he bends down enough to pick her up, and then she kind of throws her arms around him. But I don't want to go to bed. I'm not tired.
Yes, but Muffin is quite tired, and you don't want to keep Muffin up, do you? Muffin needs his rest.
But... Okay.
And he kisses her on the forehead and carries her over to the bed and lays her down and covers her up.
She snuggles down under the blankets and she looks over at Viviana, who is standing in the doorway. Do I get my song now?
Yes, you do. Viviana will, with a dramatic flourish, enter the room and begin singing.
All right. I would like a panache and singing roll, please.
Yes. What is my target number?
I mean, 15 will do the trick. Anything above 15, you could take raises for to leave a particular impression if you would like.
Sure, I'll take 3 raises.
All right, we're aiming for a 30.
I will absolutely spend drama dice on this.
I love it.
Yep, and I'm gonna.
That's a 21.
Yep, I will spend.
Well, do it one at a time because you might always roll a 10. See, you only needed one. Yep. All right, so that's a 30. You sing a Vidachan lullaby, and it is Heinrich. This is one of the most beautiful things you've heard. Like, you've heard Eisen opera, you've even heard some Montaigne opera. That isn't this. This is sweet, and it sounds almost sad and loving all at the same time. And for a moment, you are taken back to a time before the war, when things were simpler and you were happy, and you were a newlywed. As Viviana is singing, you have no idea what she's saying because it's all in Vidachan. But the tone and the tenor and beauty of it sort of like hits you in the core of like who you are and what makes you happiest.
Can I spend my monologue token on Heinrich?
You can absolutely spend your monologue token on Heinrich. That's what they're there for. Thank you for for somebody else finally using a monologue token.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay, what would Heinrich be thinking right now? Well, to start, he's just kind of letting his thoughts wander as he listens to the song. He thinks back kind of to the days of his youth, you know, with his parents. I'm living on their estate, doing, you know, the things that, you know, young teenagers do before the war started, before he was forced to become an adult much earlier than he should have. You know, he thinks about his wife. He remembers fondly their wedding, the weeks, you know, the weeks that followed, and with great sadness, he remembers, you know, about 2 weeks after their wedding, him having to put on his uniform and ride back out to join the army.
As Viviana finishes the lullaby, she sort of, she ends the lullaby sort of kneeling by Mila's bed. She runs a hand through Mila's hair as she sleeps, and then stands up, goes over to Heinrich and says, I remember my mother singing that for me when I would come back, clothes drenched from the port, and she would change me, she would scold me, and then she would sing me to sleep. It is one of my favorite memories of her, when she was trying so hard to be upset, but she just couldn't be because she loved me too much. I see that love in you, the love that you have for your daughters. It's a very special thing.
Go ahead.
She reaches out, takes one of Heinrich's hands and squeezes it. Hold on to that, love. I know that you've been hardened by your life, but allow this part of you to be soft.
He kind of blinks a few times as he, you know, comes back to the present and says, it's a lovely song. Thank you. Yes, she's one of the few good things left that I have.
Thank you for letting me meet her.
And he'll lead her out of the room to let the little girl sleep.
Heinrich, make me a raw resolve roll.
Okay.
No target number.
Six.
Okay. You keep thinking over the song that Viviana just sang, and it's gorgeous, and you're not sure that you'll ever be able to at least forget. You don't know that you'll ever be able to forget the way it made you feel. And as you're trying to turn it over and kind of commit what it sounded like to memory, it begins to blend with another melody that is strangely familiar, but you're struggling to place. And it keeps turning over in your head like an earworm until you can't tell them apart anymore.
Lovely. The brainworm song now is stopping me from listening to other music.
Not so much that as they almost seem to become the same song. They still evoke the same, like, and it all still evokes the same feeling as Viviana's song did.
Well, shall we go to my study and wait for the others to return and find out how much chaos that the two of them have caused and are away from us?
Yes, I suppose we should. Let's hope the good doctor didn't cause any chaos of his own.
I trust him enough to go to a bookstore without causing a riot.
Speaking of, Alexander?
I have gone in search of the Legends of Avalon, as told to Christophe Flaubert du Doré, a monk who traveled with Queen Eleanor when she was in disguise collecting Avalon folktales.
Interesting.
It is a semi-obscure part of Avalon history. The Montaigne kings kept going off on crusade, and Eleanor was bored, so she started sneaking out in disguise among the people in order to learn the stories of Avalon. And thus she is remembered as the beloved queen by Avalons.
Roll me just a d10, and I would like you to pick evens or odds.
I'm gonna go with evens.
Excellent. It isn't the first or even the second store you go to that has it. It's like the fourth or fifth. And it is tucked away in like a back corner on a shelf full of clearly forgotten volumes.
Perfect.
And when you bring it out and ask to buy it, the man behind the counter looks a little surprised because he'd forgotten he even owned a copy. This does look like it is used. Books, while they are able to be printed and everything like that now, are still not in like ready, easy supply. So this is clearly a used copy, but it is not falling apart. It's looks like it is well loved. And he asks for a few guilders for it. I, out of character, wouldn't even know what to ask for something like this, and I don't have that part of the player's guide open. So, it's like 2 or 3 guilders. And then he asks if you would like anything else.
This will be all. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Enjoy. And he almost looks a little confused as to why an Avalonian would want a book about stories from his own home. Because, shouldn't you know them? But he doesn't look like he's going to ask.
And I will head back to Heinrich's chateau. And if they are engaged in other things at the moment, I will quietly ask a servant to make use of a desk, because I'm going to start annotating it.
Yeah, you are taken to Heinrich's study, while Heinrich is upstairs helping to put the children away, and Viviana seems to be there as well.
Wonderful. I trust the planning is going well.
We haven't been told much, but we are cleaning, and our the housekeeper is putting us to the task.
Well, your cook, Apfelkuchen. The Montaigne will never know what hit them.
I will do so. Thank you. And he leaves, and you are left with paper and things to write with.
And I set to work.
All right. A short time later, Viviana and Heinrich return from upstairs. Heinrich has a vaguely far away look in his eyes. But Viviana seems about normal. And we are going to jump over to the other side of the city, or well, not the other side of the city, to another area of the city, where Alonso and Lucia are waiting. Question for Lucia. Are you just going to continue to sit and wait for your spider, or are you going to are you gonna like go closer to the gate to see if you can like meet it? Like, what's the plan?
After about 3 hours, I think we've also spent our like welcome here, so I think Lucia will start heading sort of towards the palace again, just to see if she can pick up her spider.
I would like the two of you to roll me whatever you have that passes for a perception check.
Keen senses?
Keen senses does in fact apply.
I believe in my case, that's straight wits. I'm looking for the spider, not observing the guards, correct?
I would assume.
Okay.
You're not going into the gates, you're walking in the trees. Your target number is 20, and I will give Lucia a free raise. So Lucia just needs to hit a 15, because it is her spider.
19.
Excellent. Alonso, you don't see a spider. You are, after drinking so much caffeine, coffee and tea, you are a little, you're kind of buzzing, really. And you're feeling a little paranoid because you are much closer to the gate than you are necessarily comfortable with. So you keep glancing up and watching the lightning guard that are passing by on the inside of the gate. While Lucia, you have worked with these spiders long enough that you know that in a situation like this, the best you can do is kind of stand very, very still and sort of comb the area with your eyes without moving around too much. Mostly because you have accidentally squished a couple of them over the years.
Oh.
I mean, they're tiny.
No, it's true.
Most of them are not big, so... and after a few moments, you notice a little black thing moving through the grass about 5 feet away.
Lucia will push Alonso away from it so he does not step on it, and go get it.
Okay. It is your spider, and it looks tuckered out. As soon as it is in your hands and it realizes where it is, it just sort of, you watch as it sort of shudders and relaxes a little bit.
Povere Gistano. Yeah, Lucia puts him back in the box, and insane. Lucia puts him back in the box and fishes a dead cricket out of a pouch to feed, like leave in there with it.
Excellent.
Well, I think our job here is done, so we can head back to Lord Heinrich's.
Good. I do have one stop to make on the way.
What now?
It will not take long. I believe we are not far from the Lady Sylvia's house.
What are you going to do at Sylvia's house?
I just drew up a small letter. I was going to deliver it.
Echo, what could go wrong? No, let's go.
Yeah.
Andiamo.
Okay.
I'm just going to drop off a personal invitation at, like, with her, I don't know, door guard.
An invitation to the party that hasn't had invitations made yet?
Yeah, this one's personal.
Oh, no.
Okay.
You don't even have reckless. You're just dumb.
All right, so I have a couple of questions. Number one, where are you getting the paper and everything from?
Fair. I suppose I don't carry that around.
No.
Nor do I necessarily have the resources even to scrawl it on a napkin.
I mean, most napkins at this point in time would be fabric. And you could always get a napkin. Napkins aren't difficult.
Yeah, but that would be weird.
The means to write with, it is the problem. And assuming that you still want to go through with this and you find somewhere to get the paper, which wouldn't be that difficult, you would just have to think outside the box a little bit. What is it gonna say? And what are you gonna tell the guards?
I confidently say that I haven't thought this through.
I am Jack's complete lack of surprise.
I had envisioned writing it while we were sitting and drinking coffee, but the lack of paper presents a problem that is extra steps.
You should just stand under her window with a guitar.
I don't have a guitar.
That's true.
If we should find one, I would be willing to attempt it.
We should find you a guitar. I want to see this happen.
It's a grand gesture, yes?
See, although I'm more invested in seeing you fail.
You are a wicked friend.
I am.
Come on, let's go. Back to where we were meant to go.
Perhaps we can invite Sylvie formally.
I suppose that we'll have to do. But she's going to notice from me.
Does it matter?
Yes, it absolutely matters. A party at Herr von Graf doesn't necessarily tell her that I'm going to be there, and I want her to know.
So she can do what?
Show up.
Do you think she'll show up for you?
Do you think she won't?
I don't know what she thinks. However, she will probably show up for Il Dottore.
That is a low blow, and you know it.
It is not. He is famous.
And we head back to the house.
All right. Sometime later, you arrive at the Von Groth home, and Gunther meets you at the door and sees you into Heinrich's study.
Good evening.
The message has been sent.
And none are the wiser, to our knowledge.
And there were no explosions and no gunfire and no fire. I am proud of the two of you.
Indeed, we only killed 3 people.
I was expecting 10.
No, it was a simple thing. The spider is the true hero here. Which is a statement I never believed I would say.
How is party planning going then?
Painfully.
Honestly, rather fun. I think I needed to plan a party. It's good for the soul.
Heinrich, why do you not like party planning?
Because I do not like parties.
Would this not be the opportunity to make a party that you would actually enjoy?
I do not think a party that he would enjoy is a party that the Montaigne nobility would enjoy.
Exactly.
Perhaps the novelty would amuse them.
Yes, perhaps we could challenge several of them to duels and fight for the entertainment of the crowd.
I actually do believe that would go over well, especially if it were a non-noble fighting a noble.
Although Heinrich's dueling style is prone to lasting injury. Not that it would not be done, but you would have to proceed with caution.
But let us not forget, we cannot fault Heinrich for disliking parties. According to his daughters, he is shy.
Is that a fact?
Signora Felici, do you perhaps have in your things a traditional Strega dress?
Lucia fully goes from grinning at the idea of shy Heinrich to just fully face dropped. I do. It is a nice dress.
Splendid. Do you own a veil that would mask your face, that people would not be able to see it, like, at all?
No veil is true. The style of veil that is popular in Vodace is not entirely covered. It is not solid, you understand?
I do. We will have to acquire a veil then.
It is... It will be obscuring enough.
All right. And Herr von Graf, we will need to employ probably one of your maids who will need to be made at least partially aware of what is going on. I imagine some adjustments may need to be made to the dress, just in case.
They're trustworthy.
How different in size are Viviana and I really?
That is a question for the two of you.
We've never really discussed it.
We haven't. I imagine Viviana is a bit taller. Like I wrote her at 5'7".
We've established Lucia is like short, but she's not like small. She's not mechanically small, so she's probably like 5. It's like 3 inches difference, so 5'4".
Mm-hmm.
I've always imagined them as being the same height, but one stands to her full, and the other kind of runs around like a goblin.
Yeah, that's about right. I've worn Viviana's clothing before. I think we do not need to do that much adjustment. I am uncomfortable with putting Viviana in the dress.
And why?
It's the way that Striga
and courtesans have a complicated relationship. Notoriously, we do not like each other.
Vodace is a interesting place.
And it is sort of a presentation dress.
Well, that is good. We are presenting you. Or her, or whoever.
I'm not certain what the heart of your objection is, Signorina.
Only that I am simply uncomfortable, but if we need to, we will.
If it goes like this, should it turn out that the Imperatrice is taller than both of you, it would be simpler to put Viviana in semi-reasonable heels than it would be to put you on stilts.
No, that is true. I should have grabbed it when we were at. I should have grabbed the dress when we were at
but you didn't.
Yeah, I didn't.
No.
There will be time.
And the presentation of this will be very swift and very simple. Our mystery Strega will appear. There will be, if all goes well, one dance, and then she will vanish again and just be a subject of gossip and talk for the remainder of the day.
It should be fine.
If you are so concerned about other people wearing this dress, I will remind you, the plan is to put the Imperatrix in it.
No, it is not. That is not the problem. It will be fine. It will be fine.
Good. What else do we need to deal with?
Viviana gives Lucia a bombastic Vodace side-eye.
There it is.
It's a brief one, but it's there.
Lucia.
Yeah?
Take a drama die.
Why?
I want to know what's going on inside your head.
Lucia has gone back, to the Striga posture where she's struggling to make eye contact with anyone in the room, which has gotten better since she's met everyone. And she is thinking back on the dress that she has buried at the very bottom of her trunk, for the specific reason that if someone was going through her stuff, that would be a very, very suspicious thing to find. The dress in question was the one she was supposed to be presented to her betrothed in. So it is very nice and is also a thing that she has sort of promised she was never going to wear. And also, she couldn't get rid of it. So, and as she's trying to explain why she doesn't want anyone else to wear it, she is trying to reconcile the idea that it feels like the dress is her burden and she doesn't want to give that to anyone else. She has buried with it, she has her veil, which is the only gift that was given to her by the Villanovas, and it came with a single card that said, "To complement the beauty of the wearer beneath it." And that is the only correspondence she has ever had with that man. And the idea of putting Viviana in it, even to an extent putting the Empress in it, who she knows is at least, I think she knows is a Striga.
She does.
Putting the idea of Viviana in it specifically bothers her because at least the Empress would understand.
What does... Actually, I would like anybody who has cold read or something of that nature to make me a wits and that roll. We're going to make this a target number 15.
Did I fish for scheming or socializing?
I'd allow socializing.
What about perception?
No. This is specifically an ability to read people, not necessarily to notice something. So I would like anybody who has it to make cold reading or socializing or something like that, and wits, or just straight wits, target number 15.
I would like to take a raise.
Okay.
Did you say you were allowing straight wits?
Yeah, if you don't have socializing or cold reading or something like that.
Okay.
Wow.
I will take 2 raises.
Okay.
I hit my raised.
I see that.
As did I.
All right. Everybody. Oh, I shouldn't have. I'm sorry. I should have been specific. I was not asking Lucia to roll.
I didn't roll.
Oh, you didn't. Okay. Sorry. You had the one above everybody else's, and I didn't look at timestamps. Okay. Weirdly, for how caught up in his own shit Heinrich is, even Heinrich notices how Lucia, who has been kind of this like source of like frenetic energy around all of you since you met her. Like, she very rarely gets kind of withdrawn and whatnot. Has almost seemed to make herself, like she's trying to make herself physically smaller in the space that she takes up. Alonso, you notice that she is pointedly not meeting anyone's eyes. And Alexander, you notice all of that, and have the benefit of, given that you are such a learned and traveled man, you imagine, and you can read that there is a level of almost, it's not quite guilt, but almost something akin to guilt on her face at the idea of anyone else wearing that dress. And you are reminded, I don't know if, I can't remember if Alexander has been to Vidace, but you are reminded of things that you have heard about their culture and about the kind of very strict, intense rules and oppressive nature of their society on Strega specifically. And maybe it hits you as you're standing there that it is women like Viviana who don't have or aren't Strega. It is almost natural that they become as like the big personalities that they can be, and the ability to fill up and command a room might be in direct answer to how small and quiet and unobtrusive the women with real power in their society are expected to be.
Alexander will put his pen away. He's sort of watching this over his glasses. He looks at his book, scatters a bit of dust over his notes, stands up. Signorina. Are you all right?
Why wouldn't I be?
Why, indeed.
Given the time we are likely to have, and the fact that we do not know what the Imperatrix looks like, it may yet be wise to commission several dresses for the rest of us, sort of, that we might improve upon the disguise. It shall be less important that we appear as, or that you, indicating Lucia, appear as a Strega at our party, and more important that the Imperatrix appear as one during the shell game.
I suspect this dress of yours, Signorina, it is, despite the, shall we say, the uniform standards of fashion for married women, it is of note. Splendid, well made.
See?
I don't know how many copies we'll be able to make.
The nice thing about these sort of dresses is that no one will care about the details. They will only see the color. And you just need to give...
The Russians will not care about the details. Are you familiar with a group calling themselves the Mode du Lac?
No.
They are the fashion critics of Montaigne. They seed their way through parties, quietly critiquing everyone's fashion choices.
Are you implying that it's going to be torn apart by gossip magazines?
No. What I'm saying is that if anyone would be able to tell that it's not the same dress, it would be them.
Nonetheless, this seems like the less pressing issue, perhaps one we can discuss further. The actual arrival of the Imperatrix, the party itself. Alonso, detecting that Lucia has been made uncomfortable, trying to change the subject, get her out of the spotlight a little bit.
Yes, well, perhaps the Imperatrix will be extremely tall, and we may have to have Alonso wear the dress.
Oh, now that is something I would pay money to see.
How tall are you, Alonso?
Tall enough, and I can move quite gracefully.
We could fetch the dress and you could find out now.
This is a joke, yes?
Maybe.
Well,
You're joking?
No, I am not. I guess I am, because you could just try my dress on and then we would...
When have you ever heard me make jokes? And he smiles a little after saying that.
You said we.
How do you feel about shaving your arms?
I am willing to do a great deal to see this operation succeed.
I will rely upon that.
Good. Yes, excellent.
But I think we'll be fine. If nothing else, one thing I think we can all count on. However tall the L'Imperatrice is, it will not be taller than L'Empereur, who, as I understand it, is of average height.
So it looks like we won't be putting Heinrich in the dress.
Odds are no.
It would wash him out anyway.
More. Wash him out. More.
I think that's where we're going to leave it for the night.